It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jags and the Chargers, and it's all up next.
We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. And even if you closed your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy and covered,
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
while we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hubbard again. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed over the middle. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running it after the penalty. He'll cobble together a yard there. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
After the penalty, they have 3rd and 4. Herbert from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, it's Herbert. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
Now the call helps, but still a 3rd down to figure out now. To throw, Herbert. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will get them on the board.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. It only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. He's on the move. He's on the move.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, but he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Darius Davis to return it. Returns looking good so far. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. This drive will begin with Herbert. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They run again with Herbert. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. On 3rd down, Herbert. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. It's an option to the left side. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chargers will have a first. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
He takes it himself. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers hold a slim 2-point lead early. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers push their lead to 3.
Jaguars 7.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
2nd and 3 now.
At the 36-yard line.
Lawrence now off the play action. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. Now after the incomplete pass, we've got someone shaken up and in need of some medical attention. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. Takes it in at the 21. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Now Herbert to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 38. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Lawrence working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those dropped.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And this one hits 1st at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Counterplay, Hubbard. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll run here following the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A good pickup of 8 yards, but still more than that. 9 to go now on 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Escapes it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Fourth down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Jacksonville in punt formation. The dangerous Darius Davis on the return. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. So it's 2nd down coming up. Motioning the tight end now. 2nd and 10 now, Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He's gonna tuck it and run. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start.
All twitched up. They were ready to get it on 3rd and inches, but now a much different situation awaiting them after that false start. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Got his target. It's Granson. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 29-yard line.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Finds McConkey. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series. From
the pistol, it's Herbert. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
False start. Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Trying again, following the sack. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. To throw, Herbert. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Little tax on the extra point. And they'll take the lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Dumped off to his running back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
False start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. On 3rd down, Herbert. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Austin McNamara on now to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So now here's 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars looking to add to their advantage.
42-yard line.
First down throw, Lawrence. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now it's Lawrence. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, I think the defensive coaches and coverage, whew, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down after a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Lawrence working from the gun. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Number 20. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Back to throw it. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Brought in inside the 20. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow.
Jaguars 17.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the Jets who were able to come away with the win at home. Aaron Rodgers strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Jared Goff, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. The Jags were treated to a strong first half from their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott
to kick
and the
this away.
other blonde bomber, Brock Hewer.
On the return, here comes Davis. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Fires right away, but incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Chargers will have a first.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Herbert throwing again. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down. This set it down starts with an option right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. All right, here we go, second down. Herbert from the gun. Has it in close. Touchdown, LA! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. But same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game.
Jaguars 17.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Now Lawrence coming off a pick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. 2nd and 13. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
He's going to push one deep down the right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on first is Herbert. Finds McConkey. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll get it up to the 27. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
And the Chargers first down.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. This is Hubbard running left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 43. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 41. Herbert back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they bring him down around the 34.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Herbert to throw once more. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 23. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. They've got 1st down from the 31. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
3rd and 6.
An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the
Neutral
defense.
zone infraction. Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
After the penalty, 3rd and a yard coming up. Now Lawrence on the play fake. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead.
So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Chargers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to the air, Herbert. This ball's caught by Palmer. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
1st down, Chargers.
So we're through 3 here. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Herbert now. He beams one deep right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. It's Herbert once more. Got a man. Palmer has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. Well, it's a perfect play to break it big.
Herbert on 1st down. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw, and he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Jags bringing out the dime look, 3rd down. Herbert throwing again. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense running out in need of 2 quick scores.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets this forward to the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down throw, Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Davis, the motion man right. Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Lawrence working from the gun. He has the first over the middle. Touchdown, Jacksonville. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. 1st and 10, Herbert. Completes this one to Granson. And he'll get it up to the 27. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Herbert from the gun. Hubbard hauls it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Connects with his back, Kimani Vidal. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. Throwing now, Herbert. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Jaguars back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. He fires one deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Chargers take possession. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Herbert hits him on the out route. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on that play, and now they're looking at 4th and 10.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 3. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Lawrence now off the play action. Complete out to the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. This is hauled in by Ingram. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 40-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete, and that brings up 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down.
Here he is to throw. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Oh boy, we've got to pause here because Trevor Lawrence, he was the one hurt on that play, and now he's in need of some attention from the medical staff. He'll look to throw it. This throw is cut. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. Back to throw. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars find a way to tie it late. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chargers and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now Herbert to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Finds McConkey. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. Herbert to throw once more. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert again. Flushed out of the... And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Now to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So they call a timeout. That is their final one. And with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it, or do they just kick it now? So the rookie getting a chance at a signature moment here in his first season. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.